Hello, this is Igoro, host of the Igoro Show, and you are listening to the Steve and Crypto Show. So keep your ears open and your mouth shut.
Hey, welcome to the Steve and Crypto Show presented by thestevestrout.com. I'm Steve.
I'm Crypto Zoo. We are here getting our little podcast fixed on episode 56. And we hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. 55 episodes in. Thank you guys for listening.
This is 56.
Well, yeah, 56, I guess, 55 in the can, whatever. I really hope that you guys are enjoying the show. I know that we enjoy making the show and doing this for ourselves and for you. If you would like to connect with us online, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter for Steve. I'm not quite there yet. At The Steve Strout and Crypto Zoo 88. And I'm gonna say we were tossing some rhymes back and forth before we started recording, because we always got to have a little something at the beginning, whether it's shitty or not. And we wanted to steer away from some rhyme about
56.
dicks.
Something to go with 56. And all we kept coming up with was stuff about dicks, and we didn't want to go there. It was our better judgment to not make a comment about 56 and something with dicks or something or other, because
it's the holiday season. We wanted to be we wanted to keep it somewhat clean,
And we know you guys love listening to us, and you like going to buymeacoffee.com/Steve Crypto and contributing to us. And I think if we made a joke about our dicks, you would not want to do that anymore. But you do, and we didn't say nothing about our dicks, even though I said dicks 30 times in the last 30 seconds. But we appreciate you guys. So we like I said, we refrain from talking about dicks. We won't mention dicks again. Okay, you promise, Crypto, you promise to not mention dicks again?
I'm done with the dick talk. Are you done with the dick talk?
No more dicks. I think we're done with dicks. So anyways, I mentioned the Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com/Steve Crypto. You can
if you're still with us.
If you're still with us, they're still with us. We didn't say dicks. We didn't talk about dicks. We told them we wouldn't talk about dicks. Right. So we're not talking about dicks. We're just talking about Buy Me a Coffee now. Buymeacoffee.com, where you can go.
We won't stick our dicks in your coffee. Just for that that confirmation. We won't do that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if it's iced, but anyways, buymeacoffee.com.
A straw of your own. I'm not helping you.
Buymeacoffee.com/Steve Crypto. You can go there and support the show and show us some love on there. Leave a little tip to contribute and help us make the show better, help us improve the show, help us update our gear, help us keep, our help us advertise the show, help us in every way possible to make us grow. And not our dicks, the show. Like I said, we're not going to talk about dicks no more.
These listeners are like, I'm going to help you, all right? I'm going to help you make a better show and help you with some better rhymes.
That's maybe
better content.
Maybe what I'm going for. They're like, these guys suck. Maybe if we contribute and they'll stop sucking. These guys are dicks. These guys are dicks in episode 56. Anyways, yes, buymeacoffee.com/Steve Crypto.
You have to take a drink every time we say it.
Yes, this episode is now a drinking game. If we say the word dicks, you drink. And you're probably drunk by now. So, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, now
We'll
you
let
got
that
me
awkward
way
silence
off
just
track.
sit.
No, I'm way off track.
Yeah. So, well, it's the
The last
holiday
episode.
season.
What did we mention in the last episode? We did mention the holiday season.
Yeah, because it's the holiday season. In episode 55, we briefly talked about some holiday things. We're kind of getting a little further into it now with this episode and probably the next one. But we dipped our toe into a little bit of that. I know we kind of caught up with like the shows that I did last weekend.
Yeah, we did talk in length about your two performances over that weekend.
Yeah, and
talked about Chucky.
Yes,
season 1 ending, which was good. Looking forward to season 2.
Yeah,
we shared the sad story about that empty Toys R Us space becoming Hobby Lobby. Speaking of,
I didn't
dicks,
want to talk about it again.
Speaking of dicks. All right, drink. And yeah, so this episode we are going
I think I'd sacrifice a lot of things for Toys R Us to come back. Maybe I'd even, stick my dick in a lava pit. Drink.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
I do that.
I don't miss Toys R Us that bad. I could just buy toys online. Not enough to cause any damage to.
Where's the thrill in that?
The thrill is not cooking your ding dong off in the fucking lava, but yeah, that's thrilling.
Oh, now you're gonna be PG.
That's thrilling to me. Yeah, I don't want to get them too drunk yet, But yes,
right. I know because every time you say dick, you got to drink, right? Isn't that what we were saying earlier? Every time you say the word dick, you got to drink.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it no more. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can not say it again. So I'm not gonna say dick. I'm not gonna say farts, and I'm not gonna say fucking Zack Snyder in this episode.
All right, so we're just gonna sit here and listen to the crickets.
Yes. Imagine if that was our whole.
Because what else do we got?
What else we got? But well, I guess we got the holidays. It's holiday time. Have you been doing your shopping? You done? Have you started?
Holiday time was 2 months ago. We're done with the best time of the year already.
Yeah, but tell that to your bank account.
You mean Christmas?
Let's call it the holidays. I don't want to alienate anybody. Like I'm
I wasn't trying
saying all kinds of stuff. I wasn't
trying to
dicks,
say it like that.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to be a dick about it. I was just trying to say that, like, I in my opinion, the best time of the year was 2 months ago. But
oh yeah, I mean,
other people might think that we are in the best time of the year now.
Of course,
those other people might be wrong.
Of course, Halloween is the best time of year, but the holidays are still a good time to be with family and all that stuff and spend up all your hard-earned money. And
yeah, been doing that.
But I was asking, have you started your shopping or anything yet?
Yeah.
Good talk.
I know I've mentioned maybe an episode or two back that we were getting a Switch Lite for our oldest boy, and I got a couple games for him. He has like an accessories kit on the way, and found a few things for the younger one, but he's 2, so I get him a shoebox with some sticks in it, and he'd probably be happy.
I'm sure he'd be happy just getting into your stuff. He'd be content.
He's doing that right now. He's actually holding my PlayStation controller as we speak.
Nice. Say bye. You got to find it in the toilet or something later.
Oh, he's lost 2 Xbox controllers in the toilet.
And maybe he don't like Xbox. Maybe he's a PlayStation guy. He's like, fuck Xbox.
I think he is. Because he hasn't done anything bad to my PlayStation 1 yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah. That's funny.
Speaking of him, as we started this episode, in order to keep him calm, I had to kind of treat him like the old lady on the windshield, and I was Billy Madison, and I just dumped some food on him, like, here, eat this, leave me alone.
The Mr. lady.
Yeah.
Mr. I think I just killed the Mr. lady. Yeah, that movie is crazy.
Yeah.
Shit.
yeah, I've been doing a little bit of shopping, so I got some things for the boys. I got some stuff for my lady. Just got a few more things through Amazon, and what'd
you get for your lady? You know she don't listen, so
yeah, she doesn't.
You don't have to tell me. It's okay.
So she's a fan of owls. So I got like this owl painting, but it's like 4 pieces of canvas that all line up on the wall, to create this one painting. And I got her like a new hoodie that she wanted, to add.
I won't make a Hooters joke.
Well, I got her a new hoodie to add to the other 27 hoodies that she already owns.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a couple other little things, but so been doing a lot of shopping, man. You think about how many people you think you have to shop for, and then more added to the list.
There's always more. Yeah. It's always like, oh shit, that guy. The other kid. Like,
right.
We got 2 of them.
Right.
Like,
that's right. They have more kids. I forgot about them. And then there's the one they got in the base, man. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Yeah. You're supposed to forget about that one.
Oh, come on. Don't be a dick about the kid in the basement. Drink.
Yeah. Don't put the kid in the basement. Dick.
Drink.
But yeah, so it's going good.
Yeah, what about you? You been doing any shopping?
Yeah,
shopping's
actually
been good.
We started later than most people, of course, probably about 2 weeks ago. And like I've talked to so many people, like I do my job, I deal with the public constantly, and we'll bullshit about, the holidays, this and that. And like, hey, yeah, you ready for the holidays? And I'm like, oh yeah, we did all our shopping in July and August and this and that. And I'm just like, fuck you, dick. Drink. And it's like, oh, who has time and like thinks about it to do that? Like July and August, I'm getting ready to like, dang, gotta get out the fucking Halloween decor so we can get it, decorated. And I'm not thinking about Christmas. Like who?
Yeah.
Like that's the most frustrating. Like let's have one holiday at a time. Since we have to have them, give me one at a time. You know what I mean? Let me enjoy the current one before you start pushing the next one. Like, a week before Halloween, already putting Christmas shit out in the stores. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And then once Christmas is over, then they're pushing Valentine's Day.
Yeah, like immediately.
Like, man, I just emptied my wallet on this last holiday. Like,
yeah, man. And you notice like all the holidays are bunched up. Like, there's 4 big money holidays. It's Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Valentine's Day. Those are the ones that people spend all the damn money, and they're all within like 4 months. And there's 12 months in the year. Why don't we have one every 3 months? Just change the dates of them. So every 3 months, so it lets you catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, we've spent, like I said, we just started shopping a couple weeks ago, and our first day, we've literally gone shopping one day. We did a lot of online shopping. We actually went out shopping one day and like literally, shopping 4 hours, and you're like already like $1,000 in the hole. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
it's so easy to do. I know.
Crazy.
I got like 3 items on Amazon earlier today, and it was almost $100 alone. I mean, of course, it just depends on what you're getting and whatnot, but like, it's just so easy to burn $100. You can.
It's nothing nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even going to the grocery store now, like $60 in groceries will get you 2 bags.
Dinner. That's like dinner. Yeah.
And you look at what you got, you're like, wow, this all costs $60, really?
That's dinner for tonight. Yeah.
I don't know.
For real. But it makes you think, like, when you was a kid and wondering, I wrote this long ass Christmas list and my parents didn't hardly get me nothing off it. It's because you look at it now, it's like, holy shit's expensive. It worked too damn hard. But that being said, we done some shopping. We got some cool stuff. We got a lot of people covered in a short time between our one day we've gone shopping and wonderful, lovely Amazon and online shopping. And like we hadn't had a chance to, like I said, to shop. So we got each other gifts together. Like we were just like, you pick this out and I'll pick, we were just like picking gifts out for each other. Like, ooh, you want this? Or I'm like, ooh, that's cool. She's like, you want that? Yep. That's cool. You want that? Yep. Okay. Made it kind of easy. We got some cool shit, man. I'm excited about some of the stuff I got. Like, can't wait to
open them and act surprised.
Open them and play with my toys. I mean, except my grown-up man adult gifts.
Action figures.
Yeah.
They're not dolls, they're action figures.
Fucking Legos are expensive.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, they are.
Like, why are they so expensive? All they are is like little plastic fucking torture devices that you step on and wish the world was dead. Like there's been so many people talk about, like, you ever step on a Lego, blah blah blah, that hurts, and people making jokes and telling stories about it, and like, no, that motherfucker hurts. Have you ever literally stepped on a Lego? That's
plenty.
Like,
yeah,
I've gotten like also tacks and shit stepped on in my foot, and the Lego hurt more. It didn't bleed.
Start also adding extras, like add duplicates of some of the pieces. Like maybe the piece itself is like 200 pieces to build it, but they should throw in 300 pieces and just put it on the box. Like, we know you're going to lose them anyway.
Well, maybe not like that many extra, but
because you step on it and then you kick it across the room, and who knows where it's going to land. It goes in the air, the vent, in your house or whatever. Like, it'll be gone.
A lot of them do put a couple extra pieces, because I've built like a couple little, like, these little mini Lego statues. I forgot what the line's called, but excuse me. I got a like a Frankenstein one, and I got a Mando one, and they came with a couple extra pieces. Like, I don't know if that was just like a factory mistake or something they do now, but there was a couple extra pieces. I mean, it wasn't the ones that I feel like would be the hardest to replace, but thankfully right now we don't have kids, so I'm not too worried about losing any of my Lego pieces.
Right.
But I also, when people bring kids over, I'm like, don't you fucking touch my toys. Those are my toys, not your toys. Stay away. And I got like certain areas that are like off limits and stuff. People probably think I'm like an old fucking grouch or something, but I worked too hard and spent too much damn money on this stuff for me to
I gotta be that way with my Funko Pops too, man. I'm like, those are mine. You stay away from them. They're worth some money. Like,
don't damage that box. That's gonna knock off 25% off value. Yeah. I used to be all stickler about my Funko Pop boxes, but I started opening them, and I just feel like they display better. Like, I got this one little display set up in my room on like a little nightstand next to my bed, and it's I found these these really old books from like the early 1900s. It was like some Edgar Allan Poe books and some other shit, and I have like stacked up all cool with like my Edgar Allan Poe Funko Pop on it with like this little like Raven statue, and like in front of it I got my my Hitchcock Funko Pop. Now I got a Vincent Price one. I gotta pop that bad boy open and put him over there with like the trio. But I've been opening them. A lot of them display really cool now. I mean, there's some that the value is stupid and I'm not gonna open them, but Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah.
you see some of the releases for like the conventions lately? Like they made a great Garlu one. Like I don't know if you know what that is. It was a Marx Brothers Toys back in the 60s made this little it was a monster. He was really cool looking, and he was like kind of had a little remote control, and he was like pick shit up and stuff, and it was cool for that era. It was really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to get one of those someday, but like I'm not going to get one for like under $1,000. So right now that's kind of out of the realm of possibility for my collection. But they made a Funko Pop of it, and it's really fucking cool. And I wanted to get one. I guess they limited it to 1,000 pieces, so of course scalpers all snatched them up, and they're fucking flipping them on eBay for $80 to $100. And like you'll see some sellers. I've seen a couple sellers that had like 5 each or more. Like, go fuck yourself. But anyways, I'm gonna work on getting one of them. So I'm up in my eBay game so I could sell a bunch of shit that I don't need, so I could turn around and buy better shit that I want and don't need. You know what I mean? Get rid of shit I don't need to get better shit that I don't need but want more. That makes sense, right? Please.
Yeah.
Sense. Okay.
Yep.
Making sure.
I have Funko Pops on my list that I want to get, for my collection, and I certainly don't need them, but I want them.
That's why you just sell. I know you got a couple bigger ticket ones that you're not that super into. Fucking flip them and get the other shit that you actually want. That's the thing to do.
Yeah, but if anybody listening is looking for some Christmas gifts for the kids, or maybe a Christmas gift for themselves, send me a message, and I can send you some photos of some pops that I have I'm looking to get rid of, or even let me know what you're into, because I have a variety of them. So even if you're like, hey, I'm looking for Ninja Turtle pops, or I'm looking for The Office, or whatever it might be, let me know, and I just might have them.
Well, I guess since we're plugging our shit we're selling, one I got shit up on eBay, of course, and I'm up in my game on that. I think I posted a link on Twitter recently. The Steve Strout. Find me on Twitter, or just reach out and I'll send you a link. I got some interesting stuff, a lot more going up. But also, we have the Steven Crypto Show hats. They're like trucker style hats, and they look really cool with pins on them. So if you order a hat from us, which are very limited at this point, I'll throw in the stevestrout.com pin to slap on there for you, and check them out. We're shipping them $30 flat, shipped, covers everything. So hit us up and we'll work it out and try to get you one. Like I said, we only have a handful left, and they're pretty fucking cool. And there's rumored to be a chick magnet in the hat somewhere. So it also works on dudes too.
Yeah,
I think it's all magnets. Bullshit. I think that part's bullshit, the magnet stuff, but it's just there's rumors. There's rumors start with some seed of truth.
They may or may not be in the hat. We may or may not have information as to where you can purchase said chick magnets. But
we don't know nothing about that. I think they just came. I think it's a natural occurring type thing. Anyways, shopping. Hopefully you guys got your orders in at fright-rags.com. Our friends over there just think they had a cutoff to guarantee your shipping, your holiday shipping earlier this week. So hopefully you got your orders in. They have a ton of really cool officially licensed merchandise available at fright-rags.com, including they got some really super comfy lounge pants featuring the Evil Dead and Last Drive-In. It's all really cool stuff. The really exciting thing they got going on is Fright Rags teamed with the producers of the original Silent Night, Deadly Night, to create a new board game based on the cult classic holiday horror film. I guess it's going to be like a co-op game where you team up, you just strategy and some luck to stop the killer Santa Billy from reaching the orphanage. The game is going to have original art from Justin Osborne, and the board is going to feature a reversible side with like an alternate gameplay exclusively for the Kickstarter supporters. There's going to be a Kickstarter for this game, and details of how to contribute and all that important stuff are also released this week. So jump over to Fright Rags on social media, Instagram, Fright Rags. Check it out. There's photos and stuff of it and a lot of their merch they have. And tell them about Fright Rags.
Anytime is a great time to play board games, but the winter time seems to call for games of that type a little bit more. You want to sit with your friends.
There's plans to touch on that pretty soon on an upcoming episode. But back to the Fright Rags.
Oh, we will. We definitely will. But, this time of the year, you want to maybe throw something in the crock pot. You have some friends over, have some drinks, and you sit down and play some board games. I've definitely have been a fan of board games all my life. I have a collection of them, and I'm going to add Silent Night, Deadly Night to my collection. And the only place I can get that is at Fright Rags.
Through the Kickstarter.
As always, through the Kickstarter, yes.
Fright Rags.
But as you know, as always, Fright Rags has been bringing you the best in horror apparel and accessories since 2003. They offer a wide range of products for your favorite creature features, slasher flicks, and cult classics. Collections include John Carpenter's Halloween, Universal Monsters, Night of the Living Dead, Creepshow, Twin Peaks, Evil Dead, and so many more. All officially licensed and available soon or right now at fright-rags.com. Steve and Crypto Show listeners get 10% off when they use the code Crypto10. That is one word, Crypto10 at checkout.
Head over there, fright-rags.com. Use Crypto10. Save some money. It's definitely a good time of year to be saving some money. So do that. Stay tuned to Fright Rags' social media. Get the details on that Kickstarter for the Silent Night board game. It sounds fun. And being a board and just game lover in general myself, I'm excited. Definitely excited to hear more about it. And maybe somebody will put a copy of it on their Christmas list for me.
You are listening to the Steve and Crypto Show. I am Hank, the world's greatest, the host of Death by DVD.
I'm Linnea, and I like Death by DVD. It's a statement.
And I'm in your house. So, once you finish listening to this episode and download 3 more, head on over to www.deathbydvd.com, where there are over 130 blood-soaked episodes all about your favorite horror, exploitation, cult, and psychotronic movies available to stream and download for your listening displeasure. I hope you enjoy this episode of the Steve and Crypto Show, and remember to start locking your back door.
Christmas, though. Holidays. Sorry, like I said, I don't want to alienate nobody. I don't want to be a dick and alienate anybody. Drink. It's holidays. We're going to talk a little bit about some of our favorite holiday films, movies, and stuff on the more family-friendly side. I feel like we're probably going to circle back at some point soon as well. Like I said, we're going to talk about games. We're going to come back and talk about some more holiday horror-themed movies a bit. But today we're going to talk a bit about the stuff you watch with your family. I mean, I know a lot of you listeners watch the horror shit with your family, which is cool, but I don't think you want your kids and grandma and stuff to watch too much bloody horror, the good stuff, you know?
Grandmas like horror movies too.
They do. But
Don't.
yeah, my grandma didn't, but my grandma was, yeah, she was life was a horror movie.
Okay,
was,
well, my grandmas aren't into horror either, but
yeah.
you know, the people our generation, when we're grandmas and grandpas.
No, what's funny is all the people that we grew up watching, like in our favorite horror movies as kids, are now grandmas and grandpas. So I'm sure they're into horror. And I just seen some weird shit happen behind crypto. Cause we record this on Zoom, and I seen like something weird happen with his door. Like, I don't know if he has a ghost or something, or are you about to be like home invaded? And so we got you on camera. So somebody busts in and robs you and like takes your butt virginity. We got it on camera, so we could find a culprit. And
you couldn't see the short little mini me that was at the door trying to break
I just
out.
see the door just like shake, like something was going on. But that means, so now we know you're safe and you're not going to get sexually assaulted or robbed or anything. Let's talk about family. Let's talk about the movies you watch with your kids for Christmas.
I got the door locked to keep me safe. No one's gonna come in and try to cut my dick off or anything. Drink.
Yeah. So what?
Keeping our listeners drunks.
Yeah. What's some of your favorite holiday movies? Or some of the stuff you grew up on?
All right. Well, I can go way back to the beginning. Let's start with the old Rankin and Bass, right?
The Rankin Bass, like the Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stuff.
Yeah, that collection. You know,
that stuff was good. It's classic. Frosty was some of my. I love the version of the song that came from that movie, the Frosty the Snowman. Trying to remember who sang it. I think it was Jimmy, was it Durant or something like that? Somebody, one of those old timey motherfuckers. But that was cool. The Rudolph one used to kind of piss me off though. It even at a young age, like I liked it, but at a young age, I would just get so frustrated. I think we might have talked about this last year, how Santa was a dick and just like took advantage of Rudolph and used him because he's different, and all the other bully ass reindeer treat him like shit and all that. I mean, it's a timeless classic of, you know, I mean, a great story of being an outsider and
and he gets to literally shine in the end, and he cropped us all the other reindeer because, you know, he's first in line. Like when they're up there flying, you know, he is when they're up there flying in the air, like he's in the front, like, oops, sorry. Come on,
maybe, but I personally,
you know, I would.
Like I said before, if I was him, I wouldn't even been up there. I would have told them all to go fuck themselves. I would I'm gonna take my shiny nose and I'm gonna just go out and take a nice walk in the dark because I could see with my shiny nose, and you guys could go fuck yourself on your foggy Christmas Eve in your sleigh and not see where the fuck you're going and ruin Christmas and disappoint a bunch of kids because you can't find their houses and you're delivering the wrong presents to the wrong places like fucking Amazon does, and you're gonna be fucking canceled. Now they should have been canceled anyways for being bullies and fucking assholes, but that's besides the point. I still love watching that one. It's a lovely film, and it's well made and it looks cool.
Did you ever catch the tale, the kind of the darker version of those claymation stories? It was on Robot Chicken. You can find it now. I mean, it's like season 1 or 2, something like that. Maybe I'll even try to find the clip and post it in our Facebook group, which you can all
do that.
Be members of if you would like to, and catch up with our shenanigans there.
I don't think I've seen it, but carry on.
So in this little segment, they kind of treat it like an episode of Cold Case Files, and they're trying to figure out who killed Santa Claus. So they go back to like the elves packaging cocaine and Santa Claus being a drug pusher, and so some got angry along the way. But they were basically kind of showing some of Santa's tactics and how he was getting drugs across the border and whatnot. And he has like the big Yeti in line at the airport, and the elf is telling the story. He says, "Have you ever seen a Yeti with a dozen condoms of coke burst in his belly?" And the thing just goes on a rampage, ripping all these people's heads off, throwing them all over the room. And he's like, "It's a bad scene, man." And so, yeah, I think it ends up being that one of the what was it? What's the old snowman's name?
I don't know. Frosty?
There was like, well, wasn't there another one?
Oh, the old one that was like narrating the movies.
Yeah, it might have been him, or maybe it was just Frosty itself. But they like burned him, and then they took like a snowplow to him or something like that. You know, it was pretty clever. Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, it was cold, man. Cold-blooded.
That's cold
Yeah.
shit. It was Sam, right? Sam the Snowman, like the Burl Ives voiced one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The one that they use on Rudolph, I think. But,
yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't think I've seen that. So if you find that and post it, I'll definitely watch that. Another one of the childhood classics was How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the old animated one.
Yeah.
Which is one of my personal favorites. Of course, narrated by the great Boris Karloff. That was always the one I related to the most. Because, when I was younger, just like fuck people and fuck Christmas. And I don't know. I saw myself as a Grinch of sorts. And then, of course, Karloff is Frankenstein. So he's a legend, one of my all-time favorite actors. So that was another good classic one.
That is a good one. I have that in a Christmas collection. That's a bunch of those old claymation movies and the Grinch and a couple more. In a set together.
The Charlie Brown stuff is cool. I remember like the Garfield special and the Charlie Brown special. Those were always like a staple as a kid.
Yeah,
Charlie Brown with his little fucking raggedy ass Christmas tree. I love that. I always wanted to have a Charlie Brown tree, but nobody would ever.
I know I have a DVD of the Charlie Brown Christmas, probably in storage. I should have got it out to show the boys. And I have the old Grinch, and I was hoping to show that to the kids, considering the Grinch is at the same place where my dad is doing the whole Santa Claus gig in the Seattle Mall. So I'll mention that again real quick. Anybody, if you're in the Seattle area, go to the Pacific Place Mall on 7th Avenue. They're in the basement level where, the bottom part of Barnes & Noble, they're right in there. So you can go take pictures with Santa Claus and the Grinch. And so we saw the Grinch there. And after that, I was thinking, the boys would probably like the cartoon, but I can't even find the DVD to show it to them.
I'll have to let you borrow it. I got that. What did you think of the Jim Carrey Grinch?
I love it, man. I actually I remember my mom took me to see that down at the Rose Theater here downtown, and when I was a kid, and it's fun. I mean, Jim is Jim, but He played the Grinch well.
I like the Grinch.
And I think it's cool. It took him like 6 hours to get in that getup.
Oh, I'll bet. Like, I like the Grinch, but I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan, but he fucking nailed it as the Grinch. Like, for the longest time, I wouldn't watch it just because I didn't like Jim Carrey. And then it was, 4 years ago, the first time I seen it.
Oh, wow.
Ryan, like, she loves it. And she was just like, "You've never watched this?" And of course, this is when I was initially trying to woo her. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll watch it with you." And I was like, "Fuck!" Oh, kind of like, "Fuck!" I don't want to watch this. I don't. And the more I got into it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome." And I liked it. And now it's like when we watch every year. And but the animated OG is the way to go.
So before seeing the movie, you were trying to not be a dick about it, So you're like, okay, I'll watch the movie, and then by the end, you're like, his dick grew 3 sizes that day.
It might have, but that's besides the point. Anyways, other younger life classics. Any other you can think of? I mean, I got top of my head.
For sure.
I got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase. That's a classic. With got young Juliette Lewis and Johnny Galecki as the kids, and freaking Randy Quaid. What the hell was his name? What was the brother's name? Clark's brother.
To be honest,
the dude is always an idiot.
I didn't watch the movie.
You didn't watch? Oh man, homework! You got homework now. You got to watch Christmas Vacation. Did you watch any of the National Lampoon Vacation movies?
No, not really.
Like European Vacation?
No.
What?
No.
Those are classics.
Never did. My cousin was all about them, but I never went down that path.
I think you would dig them. Like somebody that likes comedy, I think you would get into it. Like
I might, yeah. I don't know. I guess I've never been like a huge Chevy Chase fan.
Me neither, but these movies are great. It's like they're the best things he's done. That and probably Community.
Yeah.
But dude, check them out. I won't even say any more about it. Watch them all. Watch the Regular Vacation. Watch European Vacation. Watch.
You don't want to spoil it. I mean, it's only like 40 years old or something now.
Spoiler alert! This movie came out 40 years ago, and check it out.
Yeah, I will at some point. Let's see. I recently watched another great holiday film for the whole family to watch. Bad Moms Christmas.
Oh,
I think it's you watch funny. That with your kids.
I've been talking a lot with people about what are some good Christmas movies that you like. You know what I mean? And my coworker today mentioned that movie.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Is it funny? But is it like watch with whole family funny? Or
no, God no.
Yeah,
no. It's not you like want to put the kids to sleep, and then
it's not like Bad Santa. You don't want to watch Bad Santa with, the 5-year-old.
Yeah,
I mean you do, but you shouldn't. You do, but you shouldn't.
Isn't like as
crude.
Visually graphic. Yeah, it's crude like as far as language goes. Right. I don't know if there's as much like visual crude content. Like I mean, Santa Claus is getting down with the ho ho ho. Yeah. Well, Santa's getting down with the ho ho hos in Bad Santa. There's not so much of that in.
Hey, he turned out to not Christmas. Be a ho 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 and be his lady. So
that's true. It's been a while since I've watched the movie. I just remember them getting down in a hot.
I just remember, Santa like getting some. Yeah. Santa emptying his sack.
Yeah.
But of course, that was a good one for the late great Bernie Mac. Of course, I think one of the funniest motherfuckers ever. Anyways, you were talking about that Bad Moms ruined Christmas.
So that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Who's in it? Anybody? Anybody notable?
So, definitely. Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, who I believe is the voice of Elsa in Frozen. Yeah. And they even make a Frozen joke in that one, or maybe the first Bad Moms. Right. So that was kind of funny. And because I think one of the dads is carrying a Frozen backpack for his kid or whatever, and they kind of call him out on it. Yeah. And so, it's Kristen Bell, Mila Kunis, and then God, I can't think of her name. She's funny as hell. She's honestly my favorite character. She is Agatha Harkness in WandaVision now.
That lady.
And of course she's in Step Brothers. I mean, she's so funny. And I wish I could think of what her name is.
Goddamn name.
I think it's Catherine something. Catherine Hahn?
Something like that. I don't know.
I think it's Catherine Hahn. Yeah,
something
right.
Like that. Sounds right. Sounds close enough. I'm not gonna look it up right now.
Yeah. So Agatha, Agatha's in there. And
is she a witch?
Oh,
she has superpowers.
She's the baddest of them all.
Is she just an asshole?
Not so much an asshole, but
bad.
she's like the single mom out of the group,
right? For a good reason.
And so she's kind of, she's kind of the freaky one of the bunch. And then Kristen Bell is like the more reserved one who has like 4 kids and definitely needs a break.
Right.
And then Mila, she is like newly divorced and then gets with a new guy. She kind of hooked up with him at the end of the first movie. And
it's crazy to think that she's old enough to play characters that were recently divorced.
Yeah.
So, like, when we first were introduced to her, she was like 14 or 15 or something on that 70s show.
She was. She told them, actually, they wanted a 17-year-old.
She lied about her age,
Yeah, I think they didn't ask her right away. Like she kind of just found that little loophole there. Like they didn't ask, she was 14, but they just assumed that she was 17 or 18.
That's crazy.
So,
and her parents were okay with it. What shitty parents.
Yeah.
Anyways, recently divorced Mila Kunis.
Man, you want to talk her mom in? Yeah, well, you want to talk shitty parents? Her mother in that movie. I mean, the actress, she's known for playing this kind of character, and I don't know her real name either, but you've seen her in things before. When you see her face, you'll know her. You're like, okay, she's always this lady, just the prudy bitch who nothing is good enough. Oh yeah. And so she's good at doing it. I mean, I'm sure she's not like that in real life, but she's very good at playing this character. Like nothing Mila does is good enough for her. Like she's got the whole house decked out. Oh, you don't have this. Oh, you don't have that. Or like, oh, you made this giant dinner. Well, I would have done it this way. And oh, you forgot this. And you know what I mean? Like, oh, you really feel for Mila, and her character.
Yeah.
But
what is that? What's that movie called?
Bad Moms Christmas.
All right, I'll have to look it up. Hopefully it's streaming because I won't pay to watch that crap. But I mean, I'm already paying to stream movies, but paying for the streaming services, but I won't pay extra.
Well, you could pay like $4 to rent it on Amazon, or you can just pay like $5 to get the DVD. So
Do you have the DVD?
Yeah, you can borrow it. I paid $10 and got both of them.
Oh,
I paid both. 10 and got the double pack. So there you go.
Was there like Bad Moms Christmas 1 and 2?
No. The first one's just a normal, no holiday themed,
just Bad Moms
movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's kind of cool because in the end, when the credits start rolling, you see all of the actresses with their real mothers sitting there on the couch talking. Just kind of telling quick little stories, and it's kind of fun.
Right.
Definitely see that they look like their moms for sure.
That part don't sound fun, but the rest sounds pretty intriguing. Sorry.
Man, way to be a dick about it. Drink.
Yeah, drink. Gremlins. That's a Christmas
one of my
movie.
All-time favorites. I love it.
It's just one of the best movies anyways.
Yeah.
It's like just Joe Dante just nails it in that movie. Zach Galligan, who is, it was like just everything about the movie is just great. It's a great story.
You can watch it at Halloween time. You can watch it at Christmas.
Watch it whenever the fuck you want to watch it, and it still matters.
Yep. There's been a rumor floating around for a while now that they were going to be making a prequel, and
a series.
Were supposed to still be doing it.
It's going to be a series.
Prequel series, and I believe it might be animated. I'm not crazy about the idea. I mean, anything Gremlins, I'm gonna check it out, and I'm happy to get anything new involving the Gremlins universe. But I'd like to see like
The Gremlins
an R-rated
universe
movie.
yeah.
I know there's 2 movies, and I'm calling it a universe.
You say
Anyway,
an R-rated movie?
I would like to see an R-rated film, man.
I don't
Like
think the Gremlins movies weren't R-rated though, were they?
No, they're not. They're PG. But I'm saying, like, why not do a new one, a third movie? I know they don't like attaching numbers to them so much anymore. Just make them more gruesome.
We're gonna have like Gremlin titties or something.
No, just more violent.
Oh, well,
more violent, man. Because the original ones really weren't that bloody. I mean, there was a little bit of blood, and maybe like you see green blood when the Gremlins were getting tossed around in the blender and shit, but
like microwaved and shit. Yeah,
yeah. But I don't know. You could just make it a little bit darker. I mean, still have some comedy in there, but make it darker.
Yeah, I think
I
think the perfect blend of comedy and scary was what made the movie work. I think if you went too dark, it just, you try to go too dark, you just end up with like Critters. You know, I mean, that's Critter. Well, you want that? Watch Critters or something.
Yeah,
like, it's definitely not the same. But
Critters doesn't cut it for me.
No.
Yeah,
but it's fun. I enjoy those movies. But just Gremlins, man. Just I think the comedy is what really makes it good. There's just like a goofiness to it that's just
I enjoy that too. Yeah, I definitely love the mix of comedy and horror, and that's like kind of my favorite. That's my jam when it comes to movies. I love a good horror comedy mix.
Just like when they're like the department store and like Gizmo fighting back and shit. You know what I mean? It's just
puts the Rambo get up on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just happy to be getting anything new from Gremlins. So we'll see if it still comes to life, you know. But the prequel is supposed to be about Gizmo, like way back in the day with the Asian man from the store,
shop,
you know, from the place from the shop that he came from. It's with that guy when he's a young boy, and basically their journeys together back in the day. So implying that these two have been together for a very long time.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sounds all right, but I'm just when you hear that it's going to be like a series or something when it was originally a movie and then it changes to that, sometimes you get
kind of nervous. You get nervous.
Yeah, you get a little nervous. Like Chucky turned out great.
That gives you kind of hope, though.
Yeah,
as well as it did Chucky, kind of gives me hope for future shows that might do this. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still happy to be getting more of it in a sense, you know, being able to watch an episode a week or however they put them out. That's cool. But I guess part of me, like part of my heart wishes that these old icons still got the theatrical treatment that I feel like they deserve, you know? Like when right away when I found out Chucky was coming to TV, I'm like, well, that's cool, but like, why not the big screen? You know, like we get so many of these damn ghost movies that are coming out. Paranormal Activity gets to be in theaters, and you know, any other things about ghosts and spirits and shit like that. But
I think I think they might have
the old monsters.
I think they might have kind of changed that thought, though. I'm sure because Chucky kind of brought the same level of production value, and there's, you know, plenty of gore, and I felt like there might have been even more of that Chucky personality brought out. So I'm for it. If they could do it right, fucking do it. Like I said, season 2 coming. I'm excited. But Gremlins is definitely a holiday staple for me.
Definitely.
Not to get too far into it, but you know, the old debate is Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween or Christmas movie.
Oh man, I mean, it's
correct
that's
answer.
A really hard call.
The correct answer is both. Thank you.
It's definitely both.
Okay,
but like if you have to choose, what way does it lean more towards Halloween or Christmas? Yeah, it's right in the middle.
Watch it both.
It really is. It is in the middle.
But anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
You know, a movie that
just popped in my head. Sorry.
You don't. Well, here's a movie that you don't have to debate if it's Christmas or Halloween. Some of you, most of you, might not even think that it's either one. And this is a title that's probably going to slip past you. Ted, the movie Ted, is actually a Christmas film. If you remember, if you recall, it starts out on Christmas Eve, and Mark Wahlberg, young Marky Mark, he receives a teddy bear, and he has a little Christmas wish and wishes that he would, be real. Wish he was the real bear so they could hang out together and have adventures and be best friends forever. And somehow it came true. Patrick Stewart said so.
And then a whole sequel later, they're breaking into Tom Brady's house trying to jerk him off.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
That one does kind of have Christmas. It has some Christmas vibe to it.
Yeah, I mean it's not real thick in
not the full
Christmas
movie, but it does start off.
Yeah, that's how he comes to be.
Yeah, I still think one of my definite watch every year Christmas movies now, even though it's not old like Gremlins and Rudolph and all that, is Elf, Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
That is, it's become a holiday classic in a short time. You think classic, you're like, oh, that movie from back in the 80s and 70s and 60s, but like this movie is, what year did this come out? Early 2000s?
2004 or something like
somewhere
that.
In there. And
yeah,
like it's a classic. It's less than 20 years old, but it's a legit bona fide holiday classic. Like I think it's possibly Will Ferrell's best performance, and I love Will Ferrell.
Yeah, since you mentioned him, I'll say I didn't jump on the Will Ferrell bandwagon right away. It took me a little while. He was okay on SNL, but some of the movies
him on SNL. That's where I became a fan.
No, I shouldn't say okay. He was very funny on SNL, but just a lot of the movies that he started doing afterwards weren't grabbing me. Like I didn't get into old school. I wasn't really a fan of Night of the Roxbury. Like maybe I should watch it again because it's been so long. I can't remember much other than them breaking the window with their silly dances and shit.
Yeah, it was goofy.
I don't remember it being
his
that
best.
Great. Yeah.
Like I like the short sketches. The sketches were cool, but 90 minutes plus of that sketch was a little much.
Yeah, he didn't really get me until he started doing little cameos here and there, when he was Marshall, Will, and Holly in Jay and Bob Strike Back. And which I don't know if you caught, that's actually 3 names put together. Marshall, Will, and Holly from Land of the Lost.
Okay.
So yeah, that character was kind of funny, but the main movie that he did that I liked was Step Brothers. That I was kind of a fan from there, a bigger fan from there out.
That's definitely a comedy classic. Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, both really good around the same time. But yeah, man, I think that's a pretty good group of holiday movies that people should definitely watch.
Yeah.
If they haven't yet, then there's a lot of other movies out there. Like you want to go way back, like like Scrooged is a good movie, the Bill Murray one. All the old Miracle on 34th Street or wherever the fuck it is, and all them old classic ones. Yeah. Those are all great. But
Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Santa Claus, we just actually watched some of that the other night. Tim Allen is kind of. I have really got to be in the mood to go through a Tim Allen movie, because all I see, he's the same dude in everything. You know what I mean? He's always kind of an idiot. He's always Tim the Toolman Taylor. You know what I mean? Just sometimes a little less intense.
Yeah.
He always plays just like that.
I mean, I grew up on Home Improvement.
Yeah.
I grew up on Home Improvement, watched that plenty as a kid, but I watched some of his stand up years ago, but kind of fell off after that. Well, Santa Claus is cool, and then like Toy Story. But
Toy
other
Story
than that,
is amazing.
basically
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is I don't watch Last Man Standing. I'm not really into that one.
Yeah, no. But,
I don't think they're speaking to me.
That was a good one. Been a couple of newer movies that I not sure about yet. I did like The Boy Called Christmas. I think we might have mentioned that recently, and you mentioned one that made you cry like a big baby. What was it? I'm just kidding.
That'd be 8-Bit
Sorry,
Christmas.
I'm a dick.
Check it out if you want. The ending. Yeah. Drink again, folks. The ending is a little bit emotional. At least for me.
So was it? It was 8-Bit Christmas, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Those are two newer ones that are worth checking out.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I know I mentioned crying about it.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I told you guys the plot. So it's about a kid trying to get a Nintendo. Neil Patrick Harris, as a kid, trying to get old school Nintendo and going through the loops that it takes to get it. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
So it's not about a grown man crying about a Christmas movie. That's good. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's always movies that'll get you. I don't care who you are.
I was crying because I wish I had my old Nintendo again.
Yeah. I had something in my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got an old Nintendo in my storage. I should dig it out and play it. I just don't want to cry about it. But anyways, I'll check it out. 8-Bit Christmas. Check that out. Check out A Boy Called Christmas or whatever the hell it's called on Netflix.
Okay.
I think that's a good start to get you going on some holiday movies. I mean, there's a million others. As always, hit us up on social media and tell us what you guys watch. I did put a couple posts up on like Facebook and Twitter and stuff asking you guys for some ideas of movies to watch. Definitely tell me some horror movies. I haven't seen a ton of Christmas horror movies outside of the usual like the Silent Night movies and stuff like that. Krampus, the classics. I know there's a lot of others, so let us know. I want to watch some, and we'll probably talk about some if I get some in. And as a matter of fact, I did finally finish Black Friday.
Oh yeah,
I did. It was fun. It was good. It got kind of weird at the end. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened or where they went with it, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. That's all I'll say. Maybe we'll talk a little more about it when we get into some holiday horror movies. Hopefully.
Yeah, like Steve said, any of you, if you have suggestions for horror related Christmas films, please let us know, because I'm trying to watch a few more as well while we're in the holiday season, and we're not going to get into the list of Christmas horror movies that we enjoyed yet, but I did want to mention a couple more films that might not be on the family side of things, but they're fun. I probably mentioned them last year too, because they're just ones that I watch every year. Honestly, I like Christmas movies that are kind of on the R-rated side, that are not quite as wholesome.
Right.
Harold and Kumar Christmas. I mean, I have it in 3D, which a lot of people don't have a 3D television, but that one's pretty fun if you have what it takes to watch a 3D movie. And there's even a claymation segment in that. I think they get dosed with like some eggnog that had drugs in it, and they have a little scene where they look like the claymation Christmas characters from back in the day. Right. But anyway, that's a fun one. You could always watch Friday After Next.
That's one I was actually thinking of watching. I actually almost turned that on the other night, and instead, I don't remember what I watched. I think I've actually finished.
First movie I
finished watching that movie with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds and Wonder Woman on Netflix.
Yeah,
So I couldn't decide between that and Friday After Next, and I went with the movie with The Rock, and that was actually pretty good. It's not a holiday movie, of course, but it was good, man. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Of course, Ryan Reynolds is, as usual, tries too hard. I feel like he tries too hard to be like the Deadpool thing works for him because that's the character he always tries to be, but without the costume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty much him.
It is, but it's like he tries too hard. Like, hey, everybody, look at me, I'm funny. Like, you don't need to try too hard. Just do it. It works with the Deadpool costume on because that's who Deadpool is. But every other fucking character is just like same shit. Like, look at me, I'm this funny guy and I'm good looking and I'm cool. Like, no, dude, we don't need that every time. I like Ryan Reynolds. I do. I enjoy him, but it's a lot of the same shit from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, some actors are just like that, and it works for them. You know, some actors are kind of the same dude in every movie. They're playing themselves, and it's all right. They make it work. Ryan Reynolds does a lot of that. Jim Carrey, he was doing that for quite a while, and then he started breaking off and doing like
tried to be all dramatic and
doing Eternal Sunshine and the number 23 and whatnot. And nothing wrong with that, with branching out. You know, probably got tired of just being typecasted. Yeah. I mean, Sandler did it for a while too. He was kind of playing the same guy in a lot of things. And
I think Sandler did a better job branching off.
He did. Yeah. I feel the same. Yeah. I like that he was doing the serious thing for a little while. He did that Uncut Gems movie. And then I remember him putting the little message out, like probably on Twitter or something. And he was like, all right, if I don't at least get a nomination for this last role, then I'm really going to give you critics something to enjoy. And that movie for the critics to enjoy was Hubie Halloween, which was definitely him coming back to the fold of classic Sandler humor.
It was the Adam Sandler that grew on us when we were teenagers that laughed at stupid shit. And and it turns out I still laugh at stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like we've been laughing and giggling about saying fucking dicks all this whole episode, and it's still funny. It's still funny.
But yeah, I mean that movie is fun. I mean it works. It might be pretty stupid, but it's fun. It's a good time. The mom wearing all the funny shirts, like I shaved my balls for this. And
But yes, that's it. Like I said, that's a good start on holiday movies.
Yep.
Check them out.
Hello, friends. This is Dirk Manning, the writer and creator of comic book series such as Twisted Haunted High-On, Tales of Mystery, Nightmare World, Bear But Not Dead, Butts and Seats of Johnny Schiavone's Story, Hope, and a ton of other stuff. And I just want to let you all know that I am super excited for you because right now you have the distinct pleasure and honor of listening to the Stephen Crypto Show. So I'm going to get out of here so you can listen to the show and have fun because this is just some of the best podcast discussion you're going to hear on the internet. So go, listen, enjoy.
Before we wrap up here, I got to remind you guys to check out our Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com. Head over to fright-rags.com and get some, I mean, it's probably late to get stuff shipped by Christmas, but I'm sure your loved ones will appreciate a gift from Fright Rags a little late. I know I would. But yes, we have been the Stephen Crypto Show. And we will talk to you guys next time.
All right. Episode 57 next week.
Ooh, it's going to be a tough one to rhyme.
I know. Catch you later. Peace.